What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream, people. And oh my days, you know what? I've just come from a jog. I'm telling you, I might have to put my CV in there, people. Surely I can get on the bench this weekend for Leicester away. But just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for Arsenal, you wake up and it gets that little bit crazier. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm telling you, the intro, they need to watch the intro. Just stick me on the bench last 5 minutes. You guys, I'm telling you, anyone in the chat. Look, Gary the Gooner, man. That's what we need. Gary goals. He had trials when he was a kid, you know. Listen, information and entertainment is needed when you're an Arsenal fan, people, because if you don't like the information, you need a sense of humor to deal with the information. We're going to get into it. You know what the headline is. You know what we're going to be talking about. We're going to break down the details. And I'm going to tell each and every one of you now, and I've said this many times throughout the season, by the way, is that protect your energy, people. Protect your energy. And what I mean by that, don't get too caught up in this football club. Support your club, love your club, take an interest in your club, but don't get too caught up in them, people. Don't get too caught up in them. They don't care, so why should we? I repeat, they don't care, so why should we? They didn't buy anybody in January. They didn't hire a sporting director. They didn't buy a striker last summer. They didn't do anything. So why should we care? In the words of Kendrick, as you said, turn this TV off. Although don't turn it off now while I'm on the screen. I'll be here. I'm consistent. But Arsenal, forget about it. Forget about it, people. Forget about it. But don't worry, new merch is out, people. New merch is out. New tracksuits, £80 for the top, £65 for the bottoms. Get yourself fresh. Springtime coming. Whatever you need to do, people. Whatever you need to do. We're the most predictable football club in world football. We're the most predictable football club in world football. Don't buy anybody. PR bids for Ollie Watkins. Then they start talking about Isak and the unprecedented summer. We're going to go crazy. The war chest in different words that we've never seen the war chest. Then they say Saka's ahead of schedule. You saw that. We spoke about that yesterday. He could be back in March. Have you seen that scar on his leg? He ain't back in March. And then just to put the cherry on the cake, people, I told you, put Arsenal games on Comedy Central. This is Def Comedy Jam. This is Chris Rock. This is Kevin Hart. This is Bernie Mac, people. The great Bernie Mac. We go warm weather training. Because we've been knocked out of the FA Cup against 10-man Manchester United. One of the worst Manchester United teams that I've ever seen in my life. Probably the worst. And they've only got 10 players and they beat us in the FA Cup. And because we've been knocked out the FA Cup, they get a Dubai trip. Okay, you're lucky because you've been a disgrace. But okay, let's face facts. We're down to the bare bones. They need a break. They need to regroup. Maybe the sunshine will do them good. Maybe the sunshine will do them good. The sun is shining. The weather is sweet. Make you want to move. But not Arsenal. We're the only team in world football that go warm weather training mid-season, where it's meant to be low intensity. You sign autographs, you take pictures, you have a little jog, you take a few shots on the training ground when the guy with the photographer's taking pictures, and you come back and then, you know, you focus on the rest of the season. But oh no, not Arsenal. Yeah, we're going to need a whole crate of Red Stripe today. Bring the Ray and Nephew as well. Just put it on ice. I don't drink this stuff, by the way, people. It just works for the content. And no one's there, by the way. I'm shouting to no one. My next door neighbour probably thinks I'm a lunatic. But we go warm weather training and we tear our hamstrings apart. We tear our hamstrings apart, people, in warm weather training. What happened? Habibi, come to Dubai. You're meant to be having gold steak and getting a suntan. He's tore his hamstring. The donkey mashup. How? Give us the answers. How has this happened? And I don't even rate this guy. So these people in my comments were saying, oh, why are you angry? You don't even rate him. I mean, please. Please. I'm an Arsenal fan. He's our main striker. He's injured. It's surely not that difficult to figure out. I reckon as Salt Bae was doing the sauce on the steak, he stood up too quick. You know, like dogs and donkeys. He stood up too quick for the gold steak. Oh, my hammy's gone. My hammy. My hammy's gone, gaffer. Cancel the sweet potato fries. Get me back to England. I'm done. What the hell's going on here? I told you they should have gone to Russia. They should have gone to Alaska. They didn't even deserve to go Dubai. How's he pulling his hamstring? Eating gold steak. Take a picture in front of the Burj Khalifa. Have a gold steak. Get a suntan. Whip 2 free kicks in the top corner for the video on YouTube. Get yourself back home. See what you can do for the rest of the season. Man's pulling his hamstring in Dubai. I can't believe it. Man fell off the camel. I'm telling you, the camel said, get this donkey off my back. Kicked him off. What the hell is going on? Donkeys are not used to hot weather. Maybe. I mean, I used to see donkeys on Skegness Beach. It wasn't that warm there. So maybe donkeys don't like warm weather. What the hell is going on with this football club? Is this football club even real? I don't even know if this football club's real anymore. I'm convinced we're caught in the Matrix. This ain't real. Thierry, man, please. Why did you do this? Take off the night gloves. Roll the socks below the knees. Don't do the knee slide. I might not have been here, people. I might have been, you know, you know me, people. I keep it 100 with the community. I keep it 100 with the community, people. My dad's a Liverpool fan. He was putting John Barnes Liverpool shirts on me. I rebelled against the family because of Thierry and them. I said, listen, man, I appreciate the you know, with the candy sponsor on the front, John Barnes on the back. I used to like Robbie Fowler as well, hell of a player. But I said, yo, have you seen what's going on over there? This guy's knee sliding. His socks are above his knees. He's wearing night gloves. I'm sorry, I can't. And look what Thierry has done to me. It's karma. It's karma. I ignored Thierry Henry at Wembley. No signature, no pictures, wasn't interested. He said, all right, you want to treat me like that, do you? You wait, you give it 20 years. And look at this now. Havertz, the player that none of us want. We're now missing Havertz. We're like, oh my God, Havertz is injured. I don't even rate the guy anyway. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're saved. We're saved. Because guess what? We signed Ollie Watkins for £60 million. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Okay. Oh, we didn't sign Ollie Watkins. I thought we did 60 million. Oh, they offered him to us for 60 million. What was our offer? In a second, guy. 40 million. But they wanted 60. Oh, sold John Duran to Al Nassr for 74 million. But we got someone else, surely. Rashford, Asensio, Matisse Tell, little loan player. Oh, they all went to Villa. So who did we get? Noah One. Who's he? Is he a striker or a left winger? Oh, no one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, it didn't work out the way I hoped, people. We offered 40 million Jamaican dollars, some jerk chicken and rice, and a KA black grape, and they said no. They said no, people. They said no. But the market's still open, people. If you want free transfers, the market's still open. So we can buy Diego Costa, who looks like the lion from Wizard of Oz. Courage, people, courage. And we can sign Ben Yedder, who's got a funny court case. Kind of weird case. Why is he around? I mean, it wouldn't be the first one in the Arsenal. Let me not say too. Sorry. Oh, God. You're gone too far this time, Biggs. You're gone too far. I don't care. Let the clip off. Lock off the season. Lock off the season. We're second, and I've had enough. Even Robbie's angry. I said, Robbie's angry, you know. Mr. Kappa. Even Robbie's angry, people. We signed Noah 1, people. Noah 1. No one. No one. We're Alicia Keys FC, people. No one. No one can get in the way of what I'm feeling. Yo, when the rain is falling. Yo, let me stop, man. They're not ready for them high notes. I'll get into these super chats, then we'll break all of this down, people. We signed Noah 1, people. Darth Shaw, can't wait for Saturday. Yeah, I can't. I can't wait for 2:30 when that game's finished. These watch-alongs are like a punishment now. I just want to sim the season now. Just skip it. I don't want to watch. No, I'm done. I'm done. I've checked out. I've checked out for the season, people. I'm done. I'm here for vibes and the community now. That's it. We could promote Chido Obi. Yeah, best young player at the club. Oh, Manchester United signed him. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Sam, huge congratulations to all the geniuses on the board, our useless scouts for our injuries galore. Someone has to be fired. Arteta must also take responsibility. Calafiori and Marino have been a waste. Hey, don't forget about Raheem Sterling and Norbert Neto. Those two haven't exactly been hit records either. We're going to talk about the board and the manager because P45 should be getting typed up as we speak. Erga said, every time KSC gets mentioned, a new leak of a training kit gets released. Hope you're good though, C. Bro, listen, we ain't going to win, but we will lose in style. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. We've got some good fashion, but we just don't have anything else. Big up to you, bro. Tell me, Calafiori up front. Well, I'd rather play Gabriel up front. He scores goals. He's probably better than Havertz. Sniper, you're right, has the Truman Show at this point. I'm telling you, cameraman just pop out. Tell us it's a social experiment. Thierry Drew is in, now we're in pain. Doctor, 10 out of 10 January window. Arteta was given 750 million and blew it. He needs to coach himself out of the mess he created or fall on his sword. I have to admit the one positive about this season is the clarity. No more hiding places. No more hiding places. Are you as good as manager as you said you was? Let's see, bro. Apparently you did miracles with Sterling and Leroy Sané at Man City. Let's see it now, people. How beast. Arteta running the front line like racehorses in the Grand National 2025. Subbing Gunnosaurus. Rah! Bro, I'm telling you. Three horses up front. Well, one donkey. A Kung Fu Panda. Havertz, Martinelli, Saka, all done their hamstring this season. Coincidence? I don't think so. Overplayed, overworked, system that demands too much from your front three. Can't be a coincidence. Plus, they train on a car park. Jerome, big up Big C in the community. This club, bro. Next season FC, man. Ever was right. There's always next season. Jobot can also predict to a T how the summer window will go. The club pushes stories it's one in, one out. We don't sell anyone for good money. Don't buy Isak. Get Sesko and some Spanish winger and PR. We all know we're not getting Isak. That's a write-off. That's a Cat D, bro. That car's hit the wall. Isak comes nowhere near this football club in the summer. We could probably get him if we had serious owners, but we ain't getting Isak. We're getting Benjamin Sesko. Simple as that. Big up to you, Joe. Bavanja said, injured trying to enter a rented Ferrari at 6'3". Exactly. Probably got cramp in his hammy. Doctor said, and to Queen Kylie, first donkey of his name. Take your time returning. I'm done seeing this overpaid pack mule with 4 right hooves earn 280 grand a week. I said it a few weeks ago. Get rid of him in the summer. Sell him. Get him back from that hamstring injury and bin him. Leverkusen on loan, cheap option to buy and get him out. That signing has been a horror show, people. He stunk out the place for 2 years, probably had a good 6 months, and now he's torn his hammy. It's been a horror show of a signing. Havertz and Gabriel Jesus both injured, long term, on over 200 grand a week. Holistic Village, hope we drop out of top 4 and Arteta gets binned. We need the owners gone as well, bro, because they'll give the job to Fabregas or Mertesacker. They won't go for Zidane or Ancelotti or no one like that, Simone Inzaghi. It'll be more PR, bro. The owner's got to go with the manager. AMSN, this is the summary of the Kroenke era. They have made us a laughing stock. Kroenke out. Enough is enough. Ben Yedder, 150k a week, plus bonuses, plus Partey's lawyer. Yo, let me not say anything, but, needs must. No, listen. Carl said, fail to plan to fail. I guess Calafiori to 9. Probably more of a goal threat. Sahil, I don't care who's injured. He wanted signings. Also called these owners the best he's ever had. 4 consecutive trophyless seasons. Sack him. I'm with you. I want him gone in the summer. Mustard's ketchup. Mustard! Tory's hammy turning up to Kendrick Super. And but somebody got to do it. He said, my hammy's gone. Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off. Arteta was like, yeah, I know, it's a banger. He's like, no, literally, turn this TV off. My hammy's gone, Gaffer. My hammy's gone. Oh, dear. Get Kendrick up front, people. Get Kendrick up front. We're 18 minutes in. 2.5k in the chat. Big up to everyone locked in. We're about 100 away from 90k. So if you haven't, people, make sure you subscribe to the channel. No, about 110 away, sorry. Can we hit 90k today? Let's at least have something to shout about rather than this shambolic football club and the way they do business. Do you know what I've just realised? I didn't even read what Ornstein said. Isn't it funny? People used to celebrate Ornstein tweeting about Arsenal. Now I dread it because every time he speaks, he says something negative. So he actually said Kai Havertz is set to miss the rest of the season through injury. The Arsenal forward suffered a torn hamstring during training at Arsenal's camp in Dubai. Unclear if the 25-year-old Germany international will require surgery, but focus is on getting fit for the 25-26 campaign. There's always next season, like Evra said, people. There is always next season. It's like an episode of Power. You know, what's Ghost going to do? What's Tommy going to do? It's next season FC, people. He's out until next season. Not clear if he needs an operation or not. Now, let's put things into context. And let's get serious now. It's time to get serious. Let's get serious, people. Let's look at Arsenal's attack this season. Let's break this down, people. Because people are not getting away with this. And like I said, people were messaging me going, yeah, but you don't rate him. But that's besides the point, mate. I'm an Arsenal fan. He's our main striker. He needs to play if we got no one else. Havertz has pulled his hamstring. Torn his hamstring. Torn hamstrings are not regular injuries, people. Go up and down the Premier League and look how many players tear their hamstring. Not many. Not many. Torn hamstring is usually an overuse injury. You've played too much. You've overplayed. Or you haven't stretched properly, which wouldn't happen at that level because they have coaches who guide them through all of the warm-ups and stuff like that. So Havertz has torn his hamstring, Saka's torn his hamstring, and Martinelli's pulled his hamstring. And Gabriel Jesus has done his ACL. Do we think there's a pattern going on here, people? Or what? When have you ever seen, let's be honest, at full strength, our front three is probably Havertz, Saka and Martinelli, and they've all done their hamstring. Is this a coincidence? No, it's not. The manager demands too much running from that front three. Havertz signed for Arsenal from Chelsea, went on tour, 3 different cities in America with all kinds of travelling, played the whole of last season, half of the season in midfield, half up front. He then goes to the Euros, starts up front for Germany, gets knocked out in the Euros, comes straight to America, does half of the tour in America. You didn't even just say, don't bother coming to America, have an extra break. Does half of the tour, plays the Emirates Cup, then plays the whole of the season. And the guy's backup, Jesus, has been injured 2 or 3 times. And the guy's played the whole season. And look, after the Wolves game, and listen, I don't rate Havertz. I don't rate him, you guys know that. I don't think he's good enough. But let's say it as it is, people. Havertz was on the floor after the game against Wolves, exhausted, finished, nothing left in the tank, no energy. I can't run no more. This is quite a laid-back footballer that glides around the pitch, that's used to playing attacking midfield. You've got him up front, putting in marathons week after week after week, not taking him off, running the guy's socks off. Whether you rate him or not, he's an Arsenal player, he's the top earner, and you have neglected to look after your players. This is neglect from Mikel Arteta. I don't care what anyone says. You have compromised your players' careers. And some of you might think I'm going overboard here, people. Saka might not be the same player. He might be the same player because Elise had that injury and he came back and he was fine. But some players have come back from that torn hamstring and never been the same player. You've compromised Saka, who is the face of the club. You've compromised Havertz. Jesus, you could say, is not his fault. It's a knee injury and he's obviously got weak knees. He's had a few knee injuries. And Martinelli's pulled his hamstring and he pulled his hamstring last season against Everton. Yep, look at Michael Owen, look at Reece James, examples of players who have not been the same post-torn hamstring. This is inexperience from the manager. It's neglect. I always joke he's doing an apprenticeship. He's figuring things out as he goes. You're right, fixture congestion not helping, but if you know you're in 4 competitions, make sure that squad depth runs deep, bro. Why have we got 4 left-backs on the bench? Why have we got 4 left-backs on the bench on a match day, yet we don't have 1 striker? That is inexcusable. That's down to the manager. Don't worry, everyone's going to get their blame in this. This ain't 100% on Arteta, but we're looking at the players that he's got, the players that he's signed. On a match day, Tierney, Kivior, Calafiori, Zinchenko all on the bench. 4 left-backs. 3 of them signed by this manager. 1 of them recalled from his loan. That is scandalous. Did we not learn with Jack Wilshere that a player that people were saying this is a generational English midfielder, through overplaying, through too much contact, through injuries, it ruined his career? You've found Saka, who's a gem, and you've overplayed him. You're playing him in Champions League games when we're battering teams till the end. You're bringing him on against Preston. You're playing him against Bolton in the Carabao Cup. You're not taking him off when we're 2 or 3-0 up. This club won't learn, people. Unfortunately, they haven't learned. Regardless of what anybody thinks about Kai Havertz, he should not be in this situation. It shouldn't have happened. What kind of training were you doing? Why has he been played so much? Christian said, I wouldn't play Saka for the Prem games, only the Champions League. Yeah, probably. What's the point? Tracy said, my Eagles won the Super Bowl, got Friday off, 4-day weekend. Big up the Eagles, man. Philly, I'm glad they won. I wanted them to win, man. Coach Montero, is it Arteta or the ownership reckless and negligent? Shared blame, in my opinion, bro. Big up to you. Big up. Hey, big up yourself, man. Big up. Canadian Gooner, I've done my ACL, comes from weak hamstrings as well. Yeah, they affect each other, right? And I mean, we got a lot to talk about here, but just concentrating briefly on this Havertz thing. It's absolutely scandalous what is going on. This is negligence. Complete negligence from this club. I mean, how bad does this comment look? Let me get my... How bad does this comment look now from the manager? It feels like mini Arsene Wenger. when Wenger was at his latter stages of his Arsenal career where he wouldn't say anything against the ownership. And I feel like we're in that same situation now. We got an owner that won't call these owners out. Like I say, I do understand if you work in a company and you're on a public platform and you're asked to talk about your owners, you're not going to say, yeah, he's an idiot. You're not going to get yourself sacked. But you also don't have to cap for them and say what he said here, which Arteta said, Stan and Josh Kroenke are the hungriest sports people I have ever met. I mean, that first sentence alone is absolutely scandalous. I've never seen ownership like it. I mean, you're right. I've never seen ownership like it either. They're criminals. The level of support they give you, that's something incredible. I mean, honestly, what you're watching here is a puppet show. You're watching a puppet show right here, people. Stan and Josh, they've got one string each. Dance for me, Mikel. Dance for me. And he's just throwing arms up in the air. He's not even doing it. Like, they're just pulling him all up. 15 million to be the company man, to be the shield, and to make them more money. Because he's reduced the wage bill by getting rid of the Aubameyangs, the Ozils, all these guys that were top earners. He's bringing in young players whose value can go up, and he's making this club money. He's a puppet for this football club. Big up Potsy for the raid, man. Big up Potsy. Potsy's on here tomorrow as well. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Big up Potsy, man. I know he had, I was tuning into his show. I was listening in the car, Potsy and Lee. So big up. You got to keep talking that talk, people. You got to keep talking that talk, because eventually, people, the minority becomes the majority. And you know what? Sometimes in life, you've got to be very strong whilst you're in that minority. It's difficult when you see a lot of people in that camp there and you're doing this and you say, rah, you know, it ain't easy over here. But eventually, and you don't want to be proven right, by the way. This ain't about being proven right and saying, look, I told you so. It's not about that. I wish we were wrong. I said this. I'll be the most shameless person on the internet. Arteta on the green screen, title winners. I've always rated him. You know me, people. I would have ran with that energy. No problem. As long as Arsenal are successful. But we predicted all this. It's too obvious. It's too predictable. They won't sign anybody in January. They'll feed out stories about the summer window. We're going to go crazy. Saka's return is sooner than expected. But it's all unravelled on them because Martinelli's got injured. And Havertz has got injured. And now, look, they've got nowhere to turn. They've got nowhere to hide. I said the best thing about January, we are going to get clarity about this football club. And we have got it. We have absolutely got all the clarity that we need. There's no excuse. There's no hiding place. We know what the ownership are. We know what the manager is. We know what this football club is. I've said it before and I've said it again. Top four is a comfort blanket for this whole football club. You could put a blanket around the Emirates and wrap them up with Champions League money. That's all they need. You put this club in the top four, that's them done. Yeah, you're in the top four, Mikel? Yeah, okay, I'll see you in the summer. See you on the tour in the summer. We know how this story goes. Arsene Wenger was telling us this for a long time. Top four is a trophy. He was planting seeds into the fans' head from young. And top four. The top four race live on Sky Sports as Arsenal host Everton. 4 p.m. this Sunday, Sky Sports 1. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Have you ever gone round your mate's house and gone, yes, we did it. High five. Come here. Give it. Hey, what a season. We're in the top four. Who gives a damn? When has top four ever influenced this football club in a major manner? We've been in the Champions League the last 2 years. We're going to get it next year. Who are we going to buy? Benjamin Sesko. We signed Aubameyang in the Europa League. We signed Aubameyang in the Europa League. When has Champions League football allowed this football club to go and buy superstars? Yeah, we might have got the odd Ozil and a Sanchez, but when Haaland's release clause was there, were we in that race? Did we make an offer? Mbappe, can we try and get Mbappe out of PSG? No, we can't. They'll laugh at us. Yeah, but we've got Champions League, Kylian. Do you fancy it? Champions League, bro. Can you win the Champions League? Oh, you can't. Yeah, not interested. When's the last time you won the league? Oh, 20 years ago. Thierry Henry. Yep, not interested, mate. Not interested. So this football club, I'm so disappointed the way this season is going because I think we had an opportunity. I think we had an opportunity to win it. However, I'm glad there's no hiding place. I'm glad there's no hiding place. It's all there to see. The spotlight is shining on the football club. The spotlight is shining. Omer said you got Aubameyang when you were in Europa, yet you got Sterling when you were in the Champions League. We need to be in the Champions League to sign world-class players, apparently. Man United signed Pogba and Zlatan in the Europa League. And they signed Xerxes and Højlund in the Champions League. Curtis, I understand people don't like protests or not going to games, but how about a mass boycott of the new kits this season? That will send a message. We have to do something. Now, I'll be honest with you, right? I'll be honest with you all. You need numbers. You need numbers to do anything like this. And I do want to do something, but I don't want to waste people's time, money, and energy. People are messaging me. CurtisShawTV@hotmail.com. I tell you, any ideas, anything, message me. People are messaging me, right? Genuinely, people in the community, and I appreciate it, saying, yo, I'll pay for the plane over the Emirates. Get the Kroenkes out, get Arteta out. I'm like, okay, but I don't want you to waste your money and nothing happens. It has to be numbers. Arsene Wenger got sacked because there was 10,000 empty seats inside the stadium and 10,000 people were protesting outside the stadium, or 2,000, 3,000, whatever. It has to be mass. It has to be in mass. Otherwise, they won't listen. That's the problem. That's the problem. So if we can get the numbers, then we do it. Yeah, you're right. We probably need 20 planes. You know what I mean? Not one plane. But the club is a shambles. Qualified pilot, I'm ready. So I mean, we got pilots in here. We need you to fly over the ground 10 times in one day. United stormed the stadium. They were serious, man. They got a game called off. They got a game called off. We should call the game off. Next home game. Lock that off. Anyway. Havertz out for the season. Pulled his hamstring. Not sure whether we need an operation or not. Chido Obi goes to Man United. Havertz pulls his hamstring. Jesus does his ACL. We put a £40 million PR offer in for Ollie Watkins. But then you're right. Maybe you need to start in small numbers and maybe it grows from there. So, yeah. It's crazy. We got a lot to talk about. I'm not even nowhere near through this show. But there's more injuries, people. There is more injuries at the football club. I mean, Sammy Mokbel all of a sudden has become the mouthpiece of this football club, hasn't he? This summer. There are emerging fears over Takahiro Tomiyasu's troublesome knee, with the doctors believed to have considered sending the player for an operation in an effort to cure the issue. A procedure would likely rule Tomiyasu out for a significant period of time. Hasn't he already been out for a significant period of time? I've just given up on Tomiyasu, I'll be honest with you. I actually think he's a decent football player, but if you're never available, what's the point? Like, genuinely, what is the point? I would say sell him, but who would buy him? Who would be silly enough to buy him? That's the problem. 100 grand a week. can never stay fit. Who would buy this guy? And that's the problem. I don't know how you would get somebody to take a chance on him. Out for a significant... So basically, just say it without saying it. Tomiyasu's going to have a knee operation. He'll be out for the season. He'll be out for the season. Simple as that. He's played 6 minutes. Drake's diss track from Kendrick. No, that's about free. Play it twice. Well, Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was longer than Tomiyasu's played football for Arsenal this season. This guy's basically on a gap year. Man's gone travelling. I'm telling you. Man's gone travelling for a year and just picking up 100 bags a week. He's picking up 100 racks. 6 minutes. 100 bags a week. People, do you know what, Mayor? He said, Liverpool watch along tonight. Now, I wanted to do the City one last night, but the AFTV show ran over. Do we do the Liverpool watch along tonight because they are the team we're trying to catch? Do we do it and stay professional and do it for vibes? Or are we just locking off the season and we've got no interest in it? What do you guys think? I'm going to go off the community. Do you guys want Everton v Liverpool watch along tonight? Are you still invested enough to do a watch along thinking that if Everton do something we can catch them? Or do I just lock it off and enjoy my evening? I'm going to put a poll up. I can see a lot of you saying lock it off. Some of you saying let's do it. So I'm going to do a poll. You know me, I'm a man of the people. If you guys aren't interested, I ain't going nowhere near it. If you want to do it, vibes, we'll talk about biscuits and hip-hop, then we will be there, people. But a lot of you just saying lock it off. To be honest, I'm good either way. Everton v Liverpool watch along. Let me know. I'll catch up on EastEnders if not. Phil Mitchell's going crazy. All right, there we go. It's in the poll. Let me know, people. Let me know. We'll leave that there. Let me know if you want the watch along or not. I'm good either way. EastEnders is better than this season. It is. It actually is. Stream, we need the vibes. Well, get on the poll. Let me know. Vote either way. Yeah, so Tomiyasu's out for the season. I mean, I've forgotten this guy even plays football, to be honest. KC James, Ben Yedder, Lucas Perez, Santi Mina, Kevin Gamero, Diego Costa, Maxi Gomez, and Mattia Destro. Do you know, like, you know when you play Football Manager and you, like, take over a relegation-threatened team and you've got no money to spend and you've got to go on the free transfer market and just grab somebody, like, this is what you have to do. I mean, I remember signing Destro before. I don't know who I was doing a challenge mode. Destro, I mean, he must be 34, 35. He's 33. Kevin Gamero, you know, from back in the day. And I thought he was retired, bro. Strasbourg, I think he's signed. He's 37. I mean, it's absolutely... He got 4 goals last season. There's nothing there, is there? There's nothing. Santi Mina. I would sign Diego Costa just for vibes. Just to see him beat up Arteta. He'd probably beat him up. He'd have him in a headlock. Santi Mina's 29. 6 goals in the Saudi League. I mean, we are... Yeah, that's desperate. Gamero was a FIFA legend. Madness. Absolutely. And like you said, Ben Yedder's got a dodgy case. Project Youth, guys, but we're signing 37-year-olds. 3.5K in the chat, people. Big up to everyone locked in, man. We are now 100 away from 90K. Do me a solid here, people. I know there's 100 of you that aren't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 90K today, man. That would be a good vibe, for real. Alfred, we aren't playing... We aren't Power. We are Dragon Ball Z. Stand around for 30 minutes screaming, hyping like something is going to happen, then boom, on to the next episode. Bro, Dragon Ball Z, you know. Big up Alfred. Paul said, Big C, huge fan here. I think top 4 is the battle. Chris Hudson said it on Supporters Club. He said, we're not guaranteed to get top 4 at the moment. It's a worry. Stephen Island's grandmother, Abu Dhabi type injuries used to be the exception, not the norm. Exactly. Now we're getting more than one of them in the same season. Chronicles said, I would rather watch Dora the Explorer. Probably easier to watch. Darth said, maybe Mikel should use January and summer funds to improve their medical facility and training ground. Yeah, don't train on a car park. And haven't we just offered Tommy a new improved deal, said James. I think he signed one last season. 100 bags, because Bayern Munich were being linked with him. So, yeah, Tomiyasu done, Havertz done for the season, people. For the season. Where do we go? I've actually got so many directions I can go in with this whole conversation. Let's talk about this criminal. Let's talk about this guy. 10,000 Arsenal fans outside of the stadium, letting off red flares, standing on top of the club shop, on the roof, loud on TV, together, holding up banners, throwing flags in the air for the Super Bowl. Why did you do it for the Super Bowl? Because it was fashionable. Because Chelsea had 10,000 fans outside of Stamford Bridge and it got all sorts of coverage. And Arsenal fans thought, oh, don't leave us out of the party. If Chelsea can do it, then we have to do it as well. But then when this guy doesn't do anything in January, gives Arteta a £15 million contract, doesn't hire a sporting director when your sporting director leaves in the middle of the season because he knew we weren't doing anything in January, so he felt no need to replace Edu. Jason Ato, you know what Edu's doing, mate. Take over the paperwork. We're not going to be busy in January anyway. We're not signing anyone. We're not selling anyone. We're not giving anybody a new contract. We'll pay you at a reduced rate until the end of the season. And this guy is getting away with it. The big accounts won't say Kroenke out. They're scared. They're scared to say Kroenke out. Why? Because they will lose their privileges. They will lose their privileges if they say Kroenke out. Or if Arsenal see them putting hashtag Kroenke out on social media. They'll lose the privileges. I'm giving you the inside scoop here, people, when I tell you this stuff. Why is Kroenke out not trending all over social media? Go on all the big Arsenal accounts that you follow on Twitter and see if any of them are calling out the ownership. And I bet none of them are mentioning them. None of them. Why? The privileges, people. For those privileges. They need that shirt a week early. They need that shirt a week before it comes out, people. So they refuse to call them out. There should be 20,000 Arsenal fans outside of the stadium at the next home game. You let the club down. You lied to us. You told us to be excited. Look at us. Look at us, people. We moved stadium early to get ahead of the curve. Let's go now. We can't compete with United. Old Trafford holds 70,000. We're at Highbury, 38,000. The wage bill's going up. We can't compete. We're going to take the risk and go early. And we went early. We gave up our spiritual home of Highbury. And it made sense in the sense of if you use it in the right way. 60,000 over 38,000. Now you're going to have the income to prosper. So you gave up the spiritual home to take us to the top and look at the state of us, people. We came out of the banter period. This is supposed to be a golden generation and we ain't winning nothing. When Chelsea had a hot streak, they won Champions Leagues, they won Premier Leagues, they won FA Cups. Jose, Ancelotti, Conte. When Liverpool had a hot streak under Klopp, Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Super Cup. They cleaned up, won everything. Man City, hot streak, Pep, everything. Treble, multiple titles, FA Cup, League Cup, everything. Arsenal have a hot streak. 1 FA Cup, 2 Community Shields, and a dog. 1 FA Cup, 2 silver dinner plates, and a dog. This is meant to be our golden generation. Explain to me what this is. Where's the trophies at, bro? Where's the success? I didn't buy Arsenal's stake to win trophies. Now, people defend this. Oh, but he said this in 2016. This was before he took full ownership. He said it. Publicly as well, he said it. I don't give a damn. And he meant it. He wants profit. You're a businessman. Cool. You should want profit. But how are you getting away with this? How is he getting away with this? It's scandalous. Carabao Cup semi-final. Owner's not there. Owner's not there. Nah, I can't make it, mate. Trying to get to the Super Bowl. Not interested. Ownership don't care, people. Managers in desperate state in January. You don't do anything about it. Couldn't find the right profile. It's absolutely criminal what is going off at this football club. I don't recognise this football club anymore. And some people say, you're going over the top. You're in the Champions League knockouts. You're second in the league. Means nothing. If you're second in the 100 metres with 10 metres to go, Usain Bolt's 10 metres away from the finish line and you're 50 metres behind him. Yeah, you're going to finish second possibly or third. You'll get a medal, but you ain't going to win anything. That's what we are. We're 50 metres behind Liverpool with 10 metres to go. You're in the race, but you ain't winning anything. It means nothing. To me, if we finish second or fourth, it's the same thing. If we get knocked out in the quarterfinal or the semi-final of the Champions League, it's the same thing. Did you win it? No. No, we didn't. Okay, next year. Go again. Next year, go again. It's become boring now. It's actually become boring. I actually think it was more enjoyable. I think I preferred finishing 8th and winning the FA Cup. I think that was better than this. Because this is like false hope. So close yet so far. At least when we were 8th, we just weren't good. But at least we had Aubameyang and we won a trophy. What is this? And you know we're going to fade eventually, people. You know we're going to fade eventually. Because we've seen this story before. The most difficult step in football is going from second to first. You've seen Aston Villa, Emery, relegation threatened under Steven Gerrard. Emery comes in, top 4 Champions League qualification. Newcastle, relegation threatened. Eddie Howe comes in, Champions League a year later, smashing up PSG at St. James's. Clubs are going from there to there. Nottingham Forest, relegation threatened. Now they're challenging for top 4. Even Bournemouth are challenging for Europe this season. Going from second to first is the hardest. Brendan Rodgers couldn't do it. Arteta can't do it. You've got to get a proven winner to get over the finish line. It's a scandal that this guy gets away with it. I actually didn't see this. And I thought we'd go through it. We should be all right. It's just a Twitter video. We shouldn't get any copyright for this. You guys got to let me know about these things. Saliba. Talking that talk, right?
Wallah. No Madrid, yes? Saliba, Champions League.
Yeah, thank you.
Wallah, please, Champions League. Never go Madrid. Please, Saliba. Never go Madrid. Stay Arsenal. Never, wallah.
Well, I'm going to play that back. But do you guys remember these kind of videos when Fabregas, don't go to Barcelona, Cesc? Hear the little laugh at the end? He didn't say no, did he? No, I'm not going. It was... This guy, mate. Just hold the T-shirt, let me sign it, and then... But we know what's happening. We know it's a matter of time. You saw Madrid last night. They can't defend. Run it back.
I know. No Madrid, yes? Saliba, Champions League.
Thank you.
Wallah, please, Champions League. Never go Madrid. Please, Saliba. Never go Madrid. Stay Arsenal.
Yeah, good one, mate. Good one. Hold the shirt. Let me sign it and let me get out of here. Man said, put my fries in the bag. You know what I mean? You're in the drive-thru. They're trying to have a long convo. So how's your day going? Yeah, good. How long will the burger be? Okay, thank you very much. Put my fries in the bag. Hold the shirt. Let me sign it. And let me go and get changed. I'll be at Madrid when I'm at Madrid. I remember these videos. Cesc, don't go to Barca. That same little grin at the end, mate. We've seen this movie before, people. Iceberg in front of us. And we can't steer out the way of it. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Every cloud has a silver lining. Ben Jacobs, friend of the channel. Arsenal have opened renewal talks with Gabriel Martinelli. We're saved. We're saved, people. We've got a lifeboat. We're going to miss the iceberg because Perunelli is going to sign a new contract to Arsenal. It's like a new signing. Well, it's like a new signing. Let's break it down, people. Let's break it down. Gabriel Martinelli currently earns £180,000 a week. And we're giving him a new deal. Have you seen the way this guy has played football this season? What the hell is he getting a new deal for? How long has he got left on this contract? Expires in 2027. Yeah, 2 years left. He's going to get a pay rise for playing badly. So we're going to be paying Martinelli 200 grand plus. He's on 180 yet. Curtly, he's on £180,000 a week. Let's be honest, he's going to get a pay rise. So Martinelli's going to be sitting on over £200,000 a week. When he's absolutely stunk out the place this season. Stunk out the joint. We're giving him a pay rise. It's like turning up late to work and getting a promotion. I've had to watch this guy run into people all season. Gabriel Martinelli this season, 6 goals in the Prem in 22 games. 1 goal in the Champions League in 8 games. None in 4 in the EFL Cup. We'll give you a new deal with a pay rise, mate. I reckon what I'm trying to say is that it probably means Trossard is more likely to go. Yeah, Luis Diaz on 55 grand at Liverpool. And we're going to give Martinelli 200 bags to run into defenders. They're going to try and protect his value. They're trying to protect his value because teams are banging the door down to sign him offers. Why do we give so much money to players that aren't performing? Apparently, yeah, but it's saying here he's got an option. He's got an option on his deal. So he's got 2.5 years left with a 1-year option. He doesn't need a new contract now. You don't need to go anywhere near that contract now, especially not on the back of this season. He's done his hamstring. He's out of form. You're giving him a new deal, protecting his value. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants to sign the guy, but Martinelli new contract, guys. Hey, guys, be excited. Martinelli new contract to Ross. Havertz hamstring, mash up. Martinelli hamstring, mash up. Saka hamstring, mash up. New contracts all around, guys. Wait until Havertz gets the new deal. You wait. Havertz will get a contract extension at some stage. We're the only club to go warm weather training and tear your hamstring. We're the only club in the history. I've never seen any big club. Maybe I'm missing one. Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool. Ever gone warm weather training and pulled your hamstring mid-season? It's understandable for pre-season because you would be doing heavy fitness work. But mid-season, couple signatures, a gold stake, and a bit of shooting practice, and you man are pulling your hamstring. It was too warm, says he. It was too warm. Thomas said, I'm cancelling my TV subscription, season over. Lock that off, bro. Lock that off. Find a stream. Benny said, I wouldn't blame Saka and Saliba if they left. Arteta is a fraud. Yep. Erastus said, Arteta in May, I can't love my players more, guys. The injuries cost us the league and the Champions League. You know that. What he's done now, Arteta, he's got his excuse. Arteta's got his excuse, people. I couldn't do anything more. The injuries we've had this season. I can't wait for press conference reaction tomorrow. The waffle's going to be on a whole nother level. How are we supposed to win the league with this many injuries? It's VAR. It's the referees. It's the PGMOL. It's the hamstrings. They all hate us. No, you're not a good enough manager, mate. And your talent ID's trash. You signed 31 players, 8 of them are good. The other 23 have been mid to average to dreadful. Yeah, it's the ball. The ball's too round. We're not used to the Carabao Cup ball. PGMOL want Liverpool to win the title the same way they wanted Man City to win the title last year. The referees have all got it in for us. They have secret meetings in dark rooms in London. And they all come together with a pickaxe. And they say how angry they are about Arsenal. They don't want us to ever win the title again. They've all got it in for us, people. According to Top Gooners. Honestly, was going to vote no. Then I thought, as you said, Tomiyasu getting 100k for a gap year. Why should you not get the bag? Because we're next season FC. Big up Holistic Village. Jobot, if you're a qualified pilot in the community willing to fly a banner, let me know. I'll pay you for your fuel. Also, I can put the KSE email contacts in the replies of one of Big C's Twitter posts. Let me know. There we go, man. People want to take action. Big up Joba. Peter said, Big C, my son is born in April. Do I put him through this horror show that is Arsenal? As always, big up the community from Florida. Get me back to Florida on holiday, man. I can't wait for the season to be done. I said this, you know, like when my son, well, with both of them, actually, it was like, do I make them Arsenal fans? Or do I just free them up and let them support someone else? But naturally, you make them Arsenal fans. But maybe it was cruel. Maybe I should have given them someone else. Free them up. But they ain't painting Josh. But they're painting Josh on the walls. Exactly. He's a hero of theirs, people. How can we protest when he's their hero? Big up Danny Football for the super sticker, bro. Alfred said, sell Saliba to fund Sesko. What Chris Tucker said. We never got two things that match. Striker, no midfield. Defence, no striker. Striker and midfield, no defence. We can't finish the jigsaw, bro. We get the missing piece and another one falls. James said, all our fans are to blame. How do we get our owners to fight for trophies when we won't even protest against them? For the rule changes, etc. For their own season tickets. We can't cry if we do nothing. You're right. You are right. Beresford, we got so many injuries. Boo-hoo. He'll turn into Mikel Postecoglou. Yeah. Oh, it was the injuries. No, by a striker, we score goals. Get squad depth. Joba, I cannot sit by and watch my Arsenal turn into Arsenal Business Entertainment and Zoo Enterprise are employing journalists, selling merch, buying dogs and players who are likened to mediocre animals. Do you know what I mean? Not even a lion, you know. You know, if my striker says, yo, I've got a nickname, because I'm a bit of an animal. They call me a lion. I say, okay, not really here for it, but at least you're a lion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Lion, rise up, man. You know what I mean? Donkey, you know. Like, it's not the Arsenal that I grew up supporting, I can't lie. Why always me giving them contracts because they don't complain? Probably in the changing room, Arteta is saying, I'll have your backs and you have mine in the press. Yep, 100%, bro. Zlatan the Lion. It builds character supporting this club, Big C. You did the right thing. You're right. You're right. It definitely teaches these new Gen Z kids that, life ain't easy and social media all the time, I'm going to show you what the future looks like, people. I'm going to show you what the future looks. Iron, like a lion. You know what I mean? In Zion. Or donkey on Skegness Beach. This is your present and your future right now, people. Whatever you think, this is what you're relying on. This is our only hope of putting a star above the badge. I think the only way we get a star above the badge is if somebody gets a gold sticker in class this week and sticks it on the Arsenal badge just over it. That's the only way we're getting a badge, a star above our badge, people, because this Champions League couldn't be further away right now, people. Raheem the Dream Sterling. You haven't seen the best of me yet. 5 years too late. Leandro Kung Fu Panda Trossard, who's looks like the son of the guy who refereed the game last night, who, by the way, is probably the best referee in Europe. And Ethan Nwaneri, who I will not slander at all. He's 17. He's a great star of the future, who we're probably going to ruin him as well. This is what your hope is for the season. We gonna rock down to Electric Avenue and let me take you higher. Oh no, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. To be fair, who sings that? Eddie Grant, is it? To be fair, Raheem Sterling's played like Eddie Grant this season, to be fair. Yeah, it is. Eddie Grant, 76 years of age, Electric Avenue. Basically, Raheem has been Eddie Grant this season on that left-hand side. Trossard, I mean, Kung Fu Panda. Sometimes he plays like he's had 10 pints, Stella or Trossard. And then Nwaneri, just a young buck. I ain't talking about the guy who rapped in G Unit. And by the way, Raheem Sterling won't be able to play against Chelsea. Because we got Chelsea next month, 16th of March at the Emirates. Raheem Sterling is ineligible, people, because he's on loan from Chelsea. But don't worry, guys. 7 out of 10 window in the summer. 7 out of 10, you know. 7! 7 out of 10 for that summer transfer window. Wow. So when we play Chelsea, people, we will have no left winger at the football club available for selection unless we play Trossard on the left. So we genuinely, against Chelsea, cannot field a front three of attacking players. We're going to have to push a midfielder into the front three. Maybe somebody was saying Odegaard's played right wing sometimes at Sociedad, cuts into on his left, so maybe Odegaard plays right wing. I ain't got a clue. It's a pick a mix. After school, I used to buy a 10p mix from school, from the shop. You just pay 10p. You don't know what's in the bag, but it was pretty good after school. We are a pick-a-mix right now, people. I don't know what the hell we're going to play. Kieran Tierney, left wing. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. It's Kieran Tierney, lad. I mean, Tierney, you might be going back to Celtic, mate, but you're going to have a big role to play by time you leave at the end of the season. We need you to play left wing against Chelsea. Tierney, Trossard, Nwaneri. It's unbelievable what is going on for this football club. So Sterling, who's hardly kicked a ball, who's basically done nothing this season, we're now looking at him to roll back the years and go back to the Manchester City prime Raheem Sterling or the Liverpool Raheem Sterling. Trossard, we're asking him to play in a role that isn't his natural position, even though I actually think he's decent in that position as a false nine. And then Nwaneri, we need him to turn into prime Saka overnight. By the way, if any of these guys are tired, there's nobody to come on the pitch for you. Tierney left wing. Yeah, Butler Adeji, striker. And that Kabaya, is he a right winger? Okay, so we got to play young bucks that I've never even seen play football. Gabriel up front. People saying put Mikel Merino up front and just go long ball because he's good in the air. It's absolutely crazy. Sterling can't play till the end of the season, bro. He'll break down. He'll break down, man. No breakdown cover. It's absolutely scandalous that we're in this situation. Have you ever seen a serious football club in this situation? Incognito, Sterling can't play versus Chelsea. You couldn't write this, could you? You just could not write it. Joba, This club is scamming us and we are smiling. 20 years on repeat. We have talented players, only missing a few pieces. We do nothing but shoot ourselves in the foot with bad decisions. I said at the start of the year, we're 1 or 2 players away from winning the league. Striker and a left winger, I think, would be top. But by next season, we're going to need another 5 or 6 players. Because we'll need a left winger. We need a striker. We need 2 centre mids because Jorginho and Partey will leave. We'll need a defender, because we'll get rid of Kivior, Zinchenko and Tierney. And we'll need a backup goalkeeper because Neto's not going to sign. So that's what? 1 keeper, defender, 2 midfielders, left winger, striker. That's at least 6. Minimum 6. That's 250 million at least, depending on what striker you buy. If you get Isak, which, listen, I'm not even going to start saying if we get Isak because we're not getting him. We're going to buy Benjamin Sesko for 60 odd million quid. Scandalous, absolutely scandalous that we're relying on that front three with no cover. And Sterling's ineligible for the Chelsea game, which is just an absolute joke beyond belief, people. What are you guys saying about the stream? Well, at the moment, 60% saying yes, 40% saying no. So we got more leaning towards it. I'm going to begin to round up shortly, people. As I said, do me a favor. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. What are we away now? We're 64 subscribers away from 90k, people. It would be a great day as the channel. Arsenal are letting us down. No planning. No strikers. No wingers. No depth. If we could hit 90k today, that would be amazing. So big up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, people. I'm just going to look at our few fixtures. I mean, when you think about it, we could have signed Osimhen, Gyökeres, Santiago Jimenez. That's 3 strikers and Ollie Watkins if we'd have paid 60 million. 2 release clause and 2 that were available. So there's 4 strikers you could have bought on a permanent. You've then got to add in, if you just wanted to go loan, and I don't rate all of these players, by the way, but you could have gone Kolo Muani, João Felix, you could have probably gotten Nkunku, and that's 3 loans. You then look at the wingers, you could have got Rashford, you could have got Asensio, you could have got Tel, you could have got Kvara. So you're looking at probably 10 players there that we've just named that you would at least... And some of them I don't even want, but I would take them on the bench right now. I can't stand Kolo Muani. I think he's so bad. I'd take Kolo Muani on the bench this weekend. He's a genuine striker. He's tall. And he's got 5 goals, I think, for Juventus already. And John Duran, by the way, who left. 10, 11 players there. And I don't even rate some of them. Right now, if you said to me Rashford, I'd say yeah. I'd start Rashford over Raheem Sterling, left wing, every single day of the week. He's twice the player he is. And these are players we didn't even want. And as I said, this club will starve you to the point that things you don't even want at this football club, you would now take them because we're that desperate. We're that starving. It's crazy. We couldn't loan from an English club, but apparently we could have signed Neto on a permanent and then loaned somebody in. Count said, Big C, I've subbed to you from my second YouTube account. Hope you get to 90k real soon and then the 100k. Big up the Twitch gang as well. Big up everyone who supports the channel on a daily. Poor management, poor planning, poor results. It's reset time again at Arsenal. So disappointed. Big up to penalty spot. You're right, man. The rebuild's going to need a rebuild. Stephen Ireland's grandmother, Waneri, going in my FPL. Well, he'll be cheap and he'll get a lot of game time. So it could be a good idea. Jobot, if our squad building and list of players isn't an indication that our ownership have no idea about football, then I don't know what is. Imagine having the pick of players in Europe and you assemble this dross. How can they excuse not going into the market? It's absolutely lost for words, people. I've seen a lot at Arsenal that has surprised me. 40 million and £1, Luis Suarez. Van Persie being sold to Man United. I've seen a lot, but trust me, this club never ceases to amaze me, the things that they do. And the lack of ambition is outrageous. There's no decent free agent. The one decent one that has got a decent goal record is Ben Yedder, and he could be getting locked up. So all the others, you're looking at Diego Costa and Gamero, 37 years of age. There's nothing. Scraps, absolute scraps. Let's have a look at the fixtures that we've got coming up in the short term, people. Leicester this weekend, 12:30 kickoff. Won't be easy. Leicester have been poor this season, but at the end of the day, you know what it's like sometimes when you're playing a relegation-threatened team. Ruud van Nistelrooy was somewhat an enemy of Arsenal growing up. Keown and that, the way we dealt with, I miss them days, man. Beating players up on the pitch. They wouldn't be able to live with that now. You do a celebration, they're crying about it. Keown was giving Van Nistelrooy a forearm over the back of his head. Lauren dug him in the ribs. That's the Arsenal I miss, man. I'm telling you. Van Nistelrooy's going to have a lot of motivation. Oh, you're not wrong. Listen, bro. A lot of you won't agree with this. I'll take Paul Pogba right now on a free. Like, genuinely. I'll take Paul Pogba till the end of the season on a free. And he's not even a striker. I'll take Pogba. Someone said Carlos Vela's out of contract. Is he out of contract? He's 35. LAFC, is he still there or have they got rid of him? I mean, Carlos Vela used to be the Carabao Cup king. Without a club. Carlos Vela, people, run it back. Carlos Vela and Paul Pogba double signing. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Desperate times, desperate measures. Backbred. Pogba hitting the dab. Carlos Vela chipping goalkeepers. Vela and Pogba double signing. I'll take it. Just for banter. Pogba would be a total vibe as well. He'd do all sorts for the channel. Carlos Vela, Paul Pogba. That's the best I can give you. Apparently James Rodriguez is out of contract as well. Lucas Perez. I mean, we had Lucas Perez at his best and he was still trash. Yeah, I'm telling you. Carlos Vela, Paul Pogba, double signing. I'm here for it. Breaking news. I see we're linked with Adeyemi, but we had the whole of January. Charles Watts. Yeah, I ain't interested in nothing. All that rubbish. I'll take Vela and Pogba. Just for banter. Just for banter. Diego Costa, I mean, boy, I don't even know if he can move. Well, Firmino, there's a rumour he could be let go early by his club in Saudi. I would take him. I would definitely take him. People, we're 38 subscribers away from 90k. Come on. One final push before the end of the stream. 36 now. 36. No, 34 subscribers away. Ryan Kent. Rangers. I always used to get his team of the season card on FIFA. He was rapid. He's out of contract. We'll do a triple signing, people. Ryan Kent, Carlos Vela, and Paul Pogba. How old is Ryan Kent? He's 28. Why did Rangers let him go? Wasn't he one of their best players? Left winger. He's rapid as well. Played for Fenerbahce. I mean, this is how bad it is that I'm looking at players like this. It's scandalous what they're making me do right now. It's like going through the bins looking for food. It's absolute. We're meant to be in a title race. We're meant to be trying to win the Champions League. Yeah, Ryan Kent played for Liverpool back in the day. I think he came through at Liverpool. Been at Rangers and Fenerbahce, but he's without a club, 28. Dear, oh dear. That's what they got me doing, people. Get the likes up. Get the like. Wow, I didn't even realise. 3.6k in the chat. Big up the community, man. Really appreciate the support. You guys turn up and support all the time, man. So big up your damn selves. We're 28 away now from 90k. I think we're going to get there. 27 away now from 90k. Right, Arsenal's next few games. Leicester away. Van Nistelrooy's going to be motivated. Jamie Vardy always seems to score against us as well. 12:30 kickoff. They have to win that game. Following week, West Ham at home. But that run afterwards, I'll be honest with you, the 3 games, we might get through the next 2 games. We might, because we do have a solid defence, goalkeeper. We still have Partey and Rice in front. So that back what, goalkeeper, back 4-5, 2 DMs. That back 7 is solid. That 7 is very solid. It's still going to be difficult to break down. Still got Odegaard in front. Trossard, I actually think false 9 is all right. Against certain teams, it might not work because of the physicality. Sterling, I mean, you're just praying and hoping for the best. And I do believe in Nwaneri, to be honest. I do actually think he can cause problems. It's just he's 17. He's inexperienced at this level. He might have games where it doesn't quite work for him. I tell you something. If we don't beat Leicester, oh my God. Do you know what my worry is? I think the season could become toxic. I think this season, we're 1 or 2 results away from this becoming a real... Like, I was going to the Emirates when Wenger out was going on, and fans were fighting. You know, fans were fighting each other. People were pulling out banners. People around them didn't agree with it. And it was all going on. Ben Yedder did score 20 in all comps, but as I said, Monaco got rid of him because he's got a court case hanging over his neck, and it's a dodgy court case as well. You know, Kendrick settings, people. Ben Yedder got a weird case. Why is he around? It's a nasty one. I don't think Arsenal are going to want to go near that when it comes to PR. 24 subscribers away, people, from 90k. Hit that button. Forest away, Man United away, Chelsea at home. I'll be honest with you. Not sure this current front three is getting us through that. And as I just said, people, we have no first team depth behind Sterling, Trossard and Nwaneri. And when we play Chelsea, Raheem Sterling's not available because he's a lone player from Chelsea. So we're genuinely going to be playing Chelsea at home with Tierney at left wing. Or people are saying Odegaard can play on the wing, so maybe you'll put Marino in the 8 and play Odegaard on the wing. Play a front three of Trossard, Nwaneri and Odegaard. I mean, come on. We are not winning a league title. We are not winning a Champions League with that level of front three. It is not going to happen. They have thrown this season away. We might get away with it against Leicester. We might get away with it against West Ham. Who knows? We've still got some quality, but we are going to fall over at some stage, people. You're right, you know, we might have to change formation because we don't have 3 attacking players. So you might have to do something totally different. Play 2 up front. Play Nwaneri and Trossard in a 2 and then play... I don't know. It all sounds horrible. It all sounds horrible when I put it together. But let's be honest, man. And then you're going to add in Champions League games. It already does feel like it's toxic. It's strange that we've qualified in the top 8. And we're second in the league. But it's toxic because we know what's going to happen. And that's the problem. Get Santiago Munez. Listen, he did well in the film. So let's get him in. Let's check the poll. What was the poll saying? Do you guys want to watch along Everton, Liverpool, or don't you give a damn? Have you seen enough? 63% want the watch along. 63% want the watch along. Everton against Liverpool. The last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. We'll leave that on there till we finish. We're going to round up shortly. Big up to everyone locked in. I'm not leaving until we got 90k. We need 16 subscribers away from 90k. Even if we end up talking about basketball and biscuits and hip-hop and the Super Bowl, we'll do it. Do it till Liverpool score. You're right. Everton surely in the spirit of Kevin Campbell. Do something, man. Last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. It's a 7, I believe it's an earlier kickoff, which is a good thing, actually. Let's get it over with. 7:30 kickoff, so I'll go live 15, 20 minutes before that game starts. We'll go live at about 7:15. Noel said TBR Football have said Arsenal are not planning to sign a free agent. I would genuinely sign Pogba. I would take Pogba till the end of the season. Could be back to Thursday night football. They're gambling. They are gambling. Big up Red Rebellion. Going to be a massive game. I think if Liverpool win tonight, they've won the title. I mean, they've probably won the title anyway, but realistically, 13 games to go, 9 points clear, better goal difference, game, set and match. Lock it off. Lock it all off. If Everton get something out of it, but we're not good enough to catch Liverpool even if they get beat tonight. Big up my bro Akeem, man. He said Arteta will never change formation. Not a good enough manager to do it. For me, at the end of this season, listen, right now there should be serious pressure on the ownership. But there won't be. There won't be. The manager is part of the problem that the ownership are as well. I've always said, right, that you can win a league title without having an elite ownership who spends a lot of money. Klopp has proved that at Liverpool. Liverpool don't spend crazy money, yet Klopp won every single trophy at Liverpool with £35 million attackers. Mane 35 mil, Salah 35 mil, Firmino 35, Fabinho 35, Henderson 30. He's winning titles. Robertson 8 million, Trent out the youth team, midfielder. Winning titles with that team, winning Champions Leagues. If your recruitment is good, if he'd spent that 750 million correctly, we'd be champions of England right now. If he'd signed a proper striker instead of signing Havertz. If he'd have signed Gyökeres, Osimhen, Ivan Toney or somebody else, we'd be champions right now. But we're not because he hasn't spent the money properly. He's bought players that should be nowhere near this football club. And that's part of the problem. The ownership are the biggest problem. I've always said I don't believe we'll ever win anything major with them as owners. But he needs to operate better within there. If you go to a club and it's your first job as manager and you get 5.5 years, you get to hire the staff members that you want. You get to sign 31 players. Get rid of people. Pay off contracts. Aubameyang, I want him out on a free. We'll pay it. Ozil, I want him out. Pay his contract. We'll get rid of him. Socrates, pay it up. Lacquer, let them all go for nothing. There are not many managers at the big clubs in England that get that level of support, time, money and freedom. And you are still not putting trophies on the table. There are not many managers. Ten Hag won 2 trophies, sacked. 2.5 years, 2 trophies, out the door. Mourinho got Tottenham to a cup final. Sacked. Didn't even let him manage the final. Got rid of him. Chelsea. Tuchel wins the Champions League. 1.5 years later, out the door. Because it's gone wrong. They want something else. How long do we give Arteta? Finishing second, challenging, getting close, pickpockets, dogs, playing You'll Never Walk Alone on the training ground, saying that Community Shields are major trophies. How much of the nonsense do we have to listen to before it's actually either win something major or move on and allow somebody that has done it before? Because this summer there's going to be big managers that are available. Ancelotti could be available if Madrid don't keep him. Alonso could be available. Simone Inzaghi, who knows his situation? Mancini's out of a job. Zidane's out of a job. Why do we keep sitting here applauding this guy for losing? Oh, but he lost with style. We had good merch and we finished second and we've got a young team. We lost. We lost. If you can't go over the finish line, give it to somebody else. If the ownership want to get serious, if the club want to get serious, the fan base, you've got to go for the owners and force them to take action. If not, we're just going to be sitting here next season talking about the same thing, people. Unfortunately, we will be. We will be. They won't have the summer that they are going to promise us for the next 6 months. Expectation, Isak, reality, Sesko. Expectation, Nico Williams or someone like that on the left. Reality, we'll probably get Semenyo. Somebody like that. This is Arsenal, people. Let me read out these final super chats. Joba, if our squad building and list of players isn't an indication that our ownership have no idea about football, then I don't know what is. Imagine having the pick of Europe's players. I read that one, didn't I? Big up to you, Joba. Ronnie said, feel optimistic we can beat you at Old Trafford. You should be. You should be, bro. We're down to the bare bones. By the time we get to that game, we probably won't have Trossard or one of the others will be out of the way. Big up to you, Ronnie. Mr. Cool Bus Driver, our member stream. Bring in Pogba, put on your vapors, Curtis. Make sure you 2-foot Arteta or don't come back. All right, when we're going to do it? No midweek game next week. Member stream next week. We'll get that done. We haven't got Champions League, have we? No we'll get a member stream. I need to hear from you guys. I'm talking too much. You guys need to let me know your opinions. Big up Mr. Cool Bus Driver, man. Alfred, Alonso proved it in Germany. Diego proved it in Spain. Have teams not spending a fortune but know how to piece pieces together. Bayer Leverkusen, no success in Germany for years. Alonso turns up, invincible title with Granit Xhaka in midfield. Diego Simeone, they got nowhere near the spending power of Barcelona and Real Madrid. Champions League finals, winning league titles. It's doable. It's doable. Sean said, and we pay Arteta top money. We're paying him to lose, people, but lose with style. And come on, you Gunner said $50 super chat if you do a Liverpool watch along tonight. I can't be bought, people. I can't be bought. Make it 100. I'll be there. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Listen, community voted, man. You want the watch along? We'll turn up. Let me just double check. Yeah, 62% said they want the watch along. So we're here. We're here, people. I'm a man of the people. I'll go live at about 7:15. It's a 7:30 kickoff. I don't do as much build up when it's a non-Arsenal game, so we will do that. Somebody's just been tweeting. You've tweeted a few times, so my apologies. He said, "Look what Arsenal are tweeting at the moment." So I'm just going to read that. Bayern Munich president said they want to sign Havertz this summer. He's a player, man. Top player. What have Arsenal tweeted today, people? Are they reading the room or are they failing to read the room? Most of the time they fail to read the room. Let me share it. Let me share it with the community. So, they tweeted 1 hour ago. Can you name 121 players from the 2010s? Test your knowledge here. And a picture of Arteta with Cazorla and Vermaelen. I remember that game at Anfield. I think Podolski scored in that game as well. Yeah, that's great. Let's do a quiz. A quiz will fix everything, people. We don't have a striker, but let's do a quiz. Rapid reflexes. Go inside training for a special in Dubai. Let me mute that quick. Oh, it's muted. Okay. Oh, I don't know who's taking them shots because we ain't got no striker. What else we got? Oh, no, we're not advertising that. Introducing Declan's trademark trick. Shout out Google Pixel. Well, this is one area, mate. What's going on? Oh, he's got tricks. Don't worry, mate. Arteta will stop you doing that. Declan Rice, what you got, bro? You got a trick? You might have to go up front. Well, it's not a great trick. David Moyes tax, mate. Not quite Jogger Benito, but that's not bad, Deckers, to be fair. Goal of the month. Do you know what? I'm not going to watch anything. Oh, comfort and versatility guaranteed. The Arsenal Adidas Viztech collection available now with a shopping trolley. Honestly, I said it the other day. I thought this was our new striker. I thought his name was Viztech. Czech Republic striker. Thomas Viztech, Sparta Prague, 24 years of age. Get them out of here. They're an absolute shambles, people. Shambles. Anurag said, Slot first season, top of the league. Company first season, top of the league. Conte first season, top of the league. Flick first season, 2 points behind Champions League winners in the league. Almost like new ideas can help the team. Who would have thought, people? Not 5 years, not trust the process, not phase 10. Just good old-fashioned management, getting the best out of his players. And I'm going to round up there. People, we have hit 90k. Big up your damn selves. 90 racks, people. We're less than 10K away now because we've just gone past 90K. The countdown begins. Big up yourselves, legendary community each and every time. YouTube and Twitch gang, the whole C unit. I will be back 7:15 tonight. Everton against Liverpool. It's a bit of a shameless one because even if Everton do something against Liverpool, are we going to be able to take advantage with that front three? Probably not. But we will be there, people. We will be there with our best Scouse, Brookside, Jimmy Corkill accent people, prime Steven Gerrard. You know, Scouse tonight, people. So yeah, 7:15 tonight. I'll be live. Everton against Liverpool. 90K. Big up the community. Road to 100. Big up Hendon Guna, man. Hope you're well done. I have to say well done to the community. You guys are the ones who are supporting, man. So big up yourselves. Really appreciate it. People, 7:15 tonight. Everton against Liverpool. Watch along. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. I'm live with Dan Potts. And then Friday, we'll do press conference reaction. And let's hear the excuses from Mikel Arteta. Big up everyone locked in. Hit the like button and subscribe. Watch along tonight. And I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.